1, 2, or 3. What do people admire about you? What do they like about you? What do they love about you? Message number 1, your message. What do people like about you? What they like about you is that they feel like you are more than enough. So they find you very sexually attractive. The Devil card, when it's upright, talks about sexual attraction, lust, physical attractiveness. So they find you very attractive. They see you as somebody for the long term, or they just see you as somebody who has it all together. If this isn't about love and it's just people in general who admire you, they see you as somebody who has it all together. You know, you mean what you say what you mean. You're somebody that people are very attracted to at the same time. You have a lot of integrity. You're somebody with a lot of self-esteem, being enough. You feel like you're enough. You know you're enough. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. There's a lot of confidence in the Devil card as well, because it means confident within your ego. And you're somebody who always tries to look on the bright side of things. Even when there are storm clouds or dark clouds in your life, you try to look on the bright side of things. You're just somebody who people, at the same time of being physically attracted to, they see you as somebody who's also very confident in that. It's not like you don't know that you're not attractive. It's like you know you have it together, you're attractive, you're confident. You say what you mean what you say, you have a lot of integrity, and people sometimes think you're too good to be true because of that you're both attractive and somebody that people can rely on. You know, you're not like a shallow, nasty person. You're very kind, you're very nice, you're somebody that people feel like is reliable and they can trust in, but at the same time they find themselves attracted to you and they don't know what to do with it. So there may be a lot of jealousy surrounding you, but I feel like overall you're somebody that people, despite people thinking that you're always blessed, you know, they don't realize sometimes that you do go through hardship, you do lose money, you do have dark times come towards you, and things are not always happy, they're not always beautiful, but you project that to others, that you have such confidence they don't really always know what's going on in your life. So your advice here would be just maybe to work on vulnerability a little bit, because the negative of this and being too much of an aura of the Devil card or the ego, and the positive of it is that you're attractive. People look up to you. Sometimes they envy you because they think you have it all together. Like the ring would suggest, that you keep all your commitments, that you have a lot of goals, that you meet your goals, that you do say what you mean what you say. But it's a lot of pressure for one person to always feel like you're enough or you're more than enough. And sometimes your best is all you can do. And yes, you are enough no matter what, but it's a lot of pressure to always seek that perfection that sometimes the devil tempts us into. So just to remember that you're still human and negative things happen to you too, just as they do everybody else, no matter what they think. 2, what do people admire about you? What people admire about you is, okay, you're somebody that, though you seem like you need a lot of space, like sometimes they may be afraid of approaching you. They may be like put off by you or feel left out in the cold at first, you know. They come out of this feeling when they realize how honest and direct you are, when they realize how warm you actually are. You know, they might gossip about you at first with the birds, but then they realize that you're somebody who's very shrewd when it comes to business, very smart, very directive, but at the same time, somebody who enjoys the beauty of life with the rose, somebody who is very warm, who has a warm home and a warm disposition and a nurturing side. They may not feel that at first because you may come across as cold to them, but when they see your honesty after the space, you know, that you kind of ask for your space, or you have a presence that demands space or demands being given space, you put off this presence that maybe is kind of like, I have a Scorpio ascendant, so maybe it's kind of like a Scorpio ascendant or a Scorpio sun or a Scorpio moon, somebody who kind of has a foreboding, you know, keep your distance type of energy. And it's far from the truth when they really get to know you. They see you as this warm person who's honest, who sees the beauty in life and is a beautiful person and makes them feel at home and makes them feel anchored. People look to you to feel some sense of anchoring or some sense of peace or some sense of solace, despite the fact that you may have some enemies because they're jealous of that. either jealous of that or they just don't trust it. Like sometimes they think you're being fake, that you're not really like that, and they think you're too good to be true. But they're just skeptical because of negative things that have happened in their life. That has nothing to do with you, and it has more to do with them. But people who do allow you to show what type of person you really are, they realize you're not this cold person. They don't feel left out in the cold. They see that you have a beautiful life. You anchor them, you make them feel like home, and they feel like they can really trust you, that you're an honest person with integrity. Number 3, what do people really like about you? What do they admire about you? What do they love about you? What do they think about you? They see you as a person who's very loving, loyal, and faithful, and very lucky. So they see you as somebody who, like, you know, lady luck shined upon, whether or not that's true. They see you as somebody who's always blessed wherever you go. You're successful. Maybe you give the air of wealth to others. You're very faithful, very loving, and somebody who is surrounded, again, by money. So we have money and good luck surrounding you with the ship, loving, faithful with the dog, loving with the Cupid or heart, bear, again, rich. There's a lot of wealth surrounding you. So whether or not that's true, people think that of you. So it's not a bad thing to dress well and to take pride in your appearance and act with an air of being deserving. But something you may struggle with in your life is that people don't think you need any assistance. You don't need any help. You don't need any, or they may try to up the price of something that they charge you for because you're giving off an air of wealth, whether or not that's true. If it's true, that's great. If it's not true, that can be a bit difficult because people will try to swindle you out of extra money thinking you have the extra money. You come across as very loving, and at the same time, somebody who has two different sides or tries to embrace differences or see differences because you have differences within yourself. So you have a good balance of masculine, feminine, and you're somebody who people really feel heard by. You're a good listener, which is a very important skill to have in this life. You as a person who is very fair, they see you as somebody very loving that they can reach out to, and they see you as somebody who is, again, blessed by wealth, whether or not that's true. So you might want to, it's not that you want to project an air of poverty if you don't have that much money, but you want to be cautious of trusting people when they give you their first offer on something or the price of something, trusting people when they want to say they want to get something. You want to be very careful with that. You just have to be very discerning when you're dealing with people sometimes. But overall, people think that you're a very charmed person, you're friendly, you make them feel comfortable, you listen well, and you're dynamic. They think that there's kind of like these other sides to you that are kind of exciting. Maybe you seem innocent and you're not, or maybe you seem calm and you're much more talkative. You seem quiet and you're talkative. You seem analytical and you're spiritual and creative. You have a dynamic side to yourself, and because of that, you know a lot of different types of people. You're very social, you're very dynamic, and people like that about you. They really admire that about you. So there's a lot to admire, but at the same time, you do have to be cautious of that projecting the air of wealth to people. But overall, I would say that people feel comfortable with you. They feel like you're somebody that they can go to, which is important. Thank you. Bye-bye.